Hey, and welcome back to Ben in Berlin. So this week we're going to eat a Berliner Döner Kebab. This is the famous Doner Kebab of Berlin. Now let's dive in and then maybe we'll talk about something. But first and foremost, this smell, I need to hum. As you can see, I've already taken a couple of pretty hefty bites from this, because the smell, like I can't describe to you guys, the smell of these bad boys, just, you start, you know, in your mouth, that sort of thing. Somebody would say that was salivating, but I prefer the technical term, which is, and it really does like, these things are incredible, but these are like synonymous with Berlin. This is the go-to. Touristy blogs and people call this a touristy snack or a late food snack. In my book, this is a full-blown meal. You would have this after a couple of beers. I mean, that would soak up the alcohol, all that meat, all that, I'm about to say vegetation, all that vegetation in this kebab. All the vegetables and the sauce, we'll talk about the sauce. Where was I? I'm going into a food headache, you know, not a headache, a positive ache. God, what should we call that? Somebody think of a word for a positive headache, to do with food. Yeah, can't even think. I can't even think. My mind's just gone, all I'm thinking about is stop talking, start eating. So let's carry on with, and that's the other thing, you forget to breathe when you're eating one of these because you're enjoying it so much, like, like an old-fashioned typewriter, and you forget to breathe. And you should breathe. Breathing's important, even during the pandemic. That was it. I was saying, I shouldn't talk my mouth full. I'll do this. That's the polite way of still doing it. You need a serviette for this, napkin. It's a messy job. Oh, I've forgotten again, man. What is this kebab doing to my brain? Wondrous things. And yeah, this for me, you can have this any time of the day. You know, the kebab shops here, they open up quite early. Let's do a quick thing about what's in the kebab. So obviously it's skewered meat. So imagine a kebab skewer, vertical, and they carve those, slice the meat off. I believe in Berlin, the types of meat are veal and lamb. Don't know, never asked. And then with it, you get a choice of sauces. I've gone for Krauter, which is herb, Knoblauch, which is garlic, and there's like a chili one. And I don't really like chili, so I've never really tried it, apart from one time when I got like the full Monty. And the guy was just like, yeah, you want all the sauces in here, because he thought I was a tourist. Yeah, he was like, yeah, Berliner, yeah, come on. So yeah, skewered meat, vertical skewer. It's rotisserie, isn't it? Rotisserie? So cooking all day long. And these things, you can tell how good a kebab shop is or how popular it is, because in the mornings you'll see them bring in their skewer of meat. And so sometimes it's quite small, and sometimes it's like this, you know, it's the size of me. But let's stop blabbering and start eating. It's huge, isn't it? Look at the size of this beast. Wow. And oh, so the vegetables: cucumber, tomato, lettuce, white onion, red cabbage. And every time I eat another bite, I stop thinking about words and and sometimes white cabbage. I think that might be white cabbage. Or was that lettuce? Lettuce. They grill the bread for a little bit just to warm it up, open it up. What sauce do you want? Sauce. Meat. What salad do you want? I tend to say everything. I used to say no, Zwiebel, Weißzwiebel, white onion, but these days, like even that raw oniony taste kind of disappears after a while. You know when you eat some things and you get that raw onion taste and it lingers on the tongue, you know, it lingers in your mouth. It's like roast on garlic, but not garlic, the other thing, onion. Sauce, bit of meat. What salad do you want? more meat, and then sometimes, and maybe you can ask for it, more sauce, which tastes incredible, impossible to eat. You've got sauce coming out of everywhere. You know, you're covered in it. It's like you've been in a swimming pool and the swimming pool is made of sauce. What an image. That's what it's like. This is the best bit coming up now, that middle bit. So that's all your main sauce, lots of meat in there. The vegetables have moved down into the, I really hope that wasn't making a lot of noise whilst I was eating. Well, hopefully not, guys. You're not listening, I'm not speaking, you're not listening. We're just eating. We're just eating together, having fun. That's what we do. So, kebab history. 1970s, I reckon this kebab was invented in Berlin, in Germany. Lots of myths around that. Might be true, might not be. It's a great story anyway, isn't it? What they called, I don't know if this is still a correct term, but they called them guest workers back in the 60s. And people invited in from all over the place to kind of fill labour jobs. And they called them guest workers, and historians call them guest workers, but I always think that sounds a bit odd because lots of those guest workers weren't guests, they then became residents, you know, they lived here, this is their home. So I'm going to call them people that came here and then worked and then stayed here. Anyway, they spotted a gap in the market. They saw people going to work and not having a great choice for lunch options. So that's where this was kind of invented, the idea of having this on the hand. And that's a true Berliner test. Well, a true German test. Well, a true, anyway they serve kebab tests. If you can eat one of these with one hand, whilst walking, whilst talking on the telephone, and you're not spilling a single drop, like, you know, you're a legend. Yeah, so anyway, in Berlin, they recognized there was a gap in the market. They created this and it just blew up from there. Lots of different stories about that. That worker may have came from Turkey. That's certainly what a lot of people believe. Seems very likely, large Turkish population in Germany. Obviously, the idea of skewered meat, vertical, wasn't new. Pre-1850s, that was, or middle of the 18th century anyway, 19th century anyway, 17th century anyway. I'm getting confused. I'm getting so muddled, guys. This kebab is just, my mind's gone to jelly. Jelly and ice cream. It's that, and that's, I mean, that is TripAdvisor. If you're a restaurant TripAdvisor and someone said, I liked it so much that my mind went to jelly, that's the ultimate compliment, isn't it? That's what we all strive for. That's what top Michelin star chefs strive for. They want somebody to say that they forgot how to think. I mean, that's the ultimate, isn't it? It's getting cold and I'm still blabbering. Okay team, I'm gonna leave you there. I'm gonna finish this in peace and just slip into a slight food coma afterwards. Hope you enjoyed this video. Stay well, keep warm, wear shoes, clap your hands, do high fives virtually, and drink beer. But I'll see you guys very soon. All the very best. Tschüss.